it's once again trying to get it into a loop, into a cycle, whereas you can provide the service and you can accept a nominal fee and it can still be lucrative, it can still be profitable. So one of those avenues has been the food. You know, it's a resource we have. We're growing the food anyway. Um, Food market, you know, you get into the situation where you're raising chickens and raising eggs. On the wholesale market, a restaurant pays about 3 cents an egg. And for me to sell an egg for 3 cents, it's not even worth me walking out there to the house. Well, I'm feeding them, raising them, taking care of them, you know, putting up with hawks and foxes who want to eat them, and it's just not worth it. So figuring out a way to get a decent price for our commodity here, and also bring in the public into this educational format. What we've devised is these sort of social events that we do one breakfast a month. It's called the Farm Feast Breakfast, and people come in from the community and we serve them breakfast. And so from that we accept their contribution, $5 to $15. People usually pitch in 10. And so from a dozen eggs now we can make $60. And the people get this farm experience. They get to look out the window and see the chickens, which that connection, you know, you just can't find in a normal restaurant. And so it's an extraordinary experience for them. The food is the highest quality. It's the freshest, best quality food available. And so they get that realization. And we just made exponentially more money than we could ever receive on the wholesale market. And we didn't have to leave the house. The same sort of thing happens with our woodworking. This is the northern forest. It's our most abundant resource. It's what grows here. It's trees, lots of trees, and very nice trees, very beautiful wood. Wood that, you know, we are very blessed to have this quality of raw material here. And so we use it for many things. We use it on the farm, you know, to build the soil. And we also use it in the shop. And we go in the woodworking shop. We have the oxen, we can bring in wood. There's a neighbor that has a sawmill if we chose to go that route. Or else we can simply start working the wood that we bring down with the oxen to make furniture, to make implements, bowls, spoons, basically whatever you can imagine making out of wood. You know, we have a shop, we can make it. And that provides education to the people that are coming through here. And we can do workshops with the general public, and we can raise revenue just without even leaving the dooryard. And the great thing about our products, when it gets out in that media, in that you know, general vicinity of other fine art and craft, it really stands out. Because, you know, this was the wood that was brought in by a team of oxen, and it was the wood that was crafted by, you know, people learning about woodworking, and it was crafted with the assistance of solar panels, and it helps support this kind of entity, and it really, that adds value to it as well, and also the general public gets to see that facet, and to, you know, that gain the recognition of that it's this wasn't produced in China in that type of factory. It was produced on a homestead, and this kind of situation is, I think, a great distinction.
I mean, I really appreciate the nominal fees that you're asking from people. I mean, whether it's hosteling or, you know, food for meals or for workshops, that really appeals to me, and I understand. It's not about making money on people, and we have the same sort of idea.
Oh, you'll make it back many times over. It's not even a question. By opening that door, by opening that window into people's hearts and minds, yeah. And then the fight to really to say this is worth this amount of money to come here, you know, $1,200 to do this and to receive that structure puts an awful lot of pressure on us as instructors as well. It has to be this package that, you know, here's your notebook, and you know, it's like, we don't want that pressure. We want it to be fluid and it to be like, well, actually today what we have to do, because of the thunderstorm last night, we have to go deal with the water flowing. Like this is not in the playbook, but this is weather, this is farming. And so it gives us a lot more freedom to, once again, with we're not anticipating making our revenue off education. Education is something that we can provide to the community, and we might get dividends from that process, but we're not anticipating cash back. We make our cash here more from sales of goods, value adding them, and from seeking contributions to the public, from the public, and grants, foundations. But a lot of it is just selling commodity and getting a better price than we would if, because integration of the farm system, integration of the, you know, the chickens are outside. You can hear the chickens clucking. And so the farm here is integrated. The gardening system here is integrated. So a lot of the food that the chickens get is coming from the weeds and so forth of the garden. So it's integrated on site. And then a lot of our customers that I will go over to the stove over there and make an egg for are also members of the community. Some of our best, most reliable people that come to breakfast on a general basis are also some of our best, most reliable volunteers. And so they appreciate it. They don't have to go 20 or 30 minutes away to go to the diner and get, you know, their breakfast. They could come here. The food's the highest quality. They appreciate that. And we also have a community relationship with these people that it's just stellar.